Rhoades here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am bringing you part 2 of episode 2 of my October Die Set of the Month series. That's a mouthful. But today I am making the coordinating treat holder for yesterday's project. So if you didn't catch yesterday's video, it was how to make this cute trick-or-treat scene with a reveal wheel house. Isn't that cute? So this die set for the Build a House is my die set of the month, and today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little treat holders. They're really simple, they're easy to make, you can make them with your kids, that would be tons of fun, and they're just so cute. So let's get started and make some Build a Treat houses. We're going to start by taking another look at the card that goes with this treat holder. You can't give a Halloween card without a treat, right? So this is the reveal wheel card. I have a link to the video for that card in the description below. You can learn a lot more about this die set and putting these houses together in that video and see how that was all made. So here is the treat box that I'm going to make for the video with all the pieces die cut. I'm going to distress the edges with black soot distress ink and a very small makeup style blending brush. I just feel like it adds the kind of spooky Halloween touch when you distress it and add a little ink to it. So I'm doing that really quickly. I'm not worrying about perfect blending, even coating of ink, and that is just exactly how I want it to look. I'm also going to add a little ink to these accent pieces. I have 2 shades of green cardstock here, and the darker pieces are die cut using that die set, the Halloween Build-A-House add-on, and they are just a little bit more rustic and edgy and crooked than the regular Build-A-House elements. So those are the accent pieces that I'm using to make this treat box. This top window, the rounded window, is actually from the Reveal Wheel Build-A-House add-on, and so I'm just mixing and matching those 3 die sets, and now I'm going to glue and adhere all those elements on. I do like to put them a little tiny bit crooked, which also adds to the fun Halloween feel of this house. I'm going to add some stamped images to the windows. They're from the Tiny Halloween stamp set. A little ghost and a little spider. They're adorable. And then I'm going to use my Y00 marker just to add some yellow to the white paper, giving it a soft glow. I wanted to use yellow paper, but the yellow cardstock that I had just didn't quite go with this green the way I wanted it to. Now I'm going to cut a scrap of white paper that's going to go behind the door. I like to stamp the little eyes from the Tiny Halloween stamp set to peek out those windows in the door. They fit perfect. There's 3 sets of eyes. You could use any of the 3 for this. I'm going to glue that behind the door so they peek out, and I'm going to make sure that the door opens for this particular project because I want to add something cute inside the door. I'll add the window frames to those stamped image pieces, and then I can stick those right onto the house. And again, I like to stick them on so that they're a little bit crooked and make it look a little bit more fun and whimsical for Halloween. I'm using liquid glue, and I like that because it gives me the opportunity to move it around, and it's quick and fast. And then this door, I'm making sure to only put the glue behind the frame because, like I said, I want it to open. So then I'll take my little boo stamp that is from the Tiny Halloween stamp set and stamp that in the door. Now, there was a little fuzz on my stamp, so the bee and boo didn't stamp great. So I tried to stamp over the top. It got a little blurry, and so I just stamped it 2 more times without re-inking it, and I felt totally fine with it. It had like a little Halloween look. And then I stuck a little bowl of candy, which is from the Costume Party stamp set, a great stamp set that goes really good with this collection, and it is featured in yesterday's video, again linked below. This little wood piece that is like the boarded up windows I die cut from glitter cardstock, as well as my spider web here, and I'll glue those on, and I think the glitter paper just makes it so much fun. And now you can really go to town with these treat boxes and make them crazy cool. But just remember, if you're giving them to kids, they're probably going to be tossed. And so when I go to decorate the back of this box, I'm only going to stamp a sentiment and a little candy, and then I'm not adding any die cut elements to it, but you totally could. Adding the roof on the back might really help to finish it off, but like I said, it's probably going to be tossed, so I'm okay with not doing that. This is the box element. So this is a piece of paper that's 2 3/4 by 4 inches. I'm scoring it here at 5/8 of an inch on each side and 1.5 inches on each end. I don't mind flipping my paper around to score it because then I only have to remember 2 measurements. Now I'm clipping those side pieces so that I have my flaps and then folding on all the scored lines. And here I'm going to show you how to put it together with some double stick tape. And I know I go off camera a little bit, and actually on one part of this box I put the adhesive on the wrong side of the paper. So I'm going to show you this one more time at the end of the video when I make the orange house, so you can see it better on that part of the video. And I just clipped my nails and painted them, so I found it very hard to get that release paper off of the sticky tape. So here I'm putting the box together, and you can see one of those flaps went on the inside. It was supposed to go on the outside, but it still works. So then we're going to use the sticky tape again to cover the front and the back, the wide sides of this box. And then we're going to sandwich that between the 2 houses. And this little box is going to hold some candy really well. I picked up some glow-in-the-dark wrapped Kit Kat bars, and I thought they were perfect for this project. So here you can see I have plenty of room on either side of this box. It's a very simple box. You could adjust this to be a little bit bigger and hold a different treat. So here I am putting the back of it on, and that finishes up the treat box, except one little embellishment that I will add, and it stands up perfectly. Here comes the embellishment. I'm cutting a little strip about 1/4 of an inch wide of window sheet, and then I have a bat that I also die cut with that black glitter paper, and I'll stick that on the end of this little piece of acetate, just clipping off the corner so the top is not going to stick up past my cute little bat. And then I'll take a second glue dot and stick that to the box. So there's a little bat flying over the front and top of the house. See my glow in the dark wrapper? And then you just lay them out so they charge up, and then those letters will glow. All right, so for the orange house, I actually used the yellow cardstock, and then I'm just using my Y02 to outline those window panes to make it glow a little bit. So you wouldn't have to color your whole window pane if you didn't want to. All right, here's the box again, and you can see I'm putting adhesive on one side of the smaller flap, flipping it over, putting the adhesive on the other side of the larger flaps. So you want the adhesive on the side flaps or the middle flaps so that you can adhere one side of the box, and then you don't need it on the other side because we'll adhere the large pieces together. I hope that makes sense because it feels a little confusing when I say it, but you can see here it's actually very easy to make, and I don't need to make it any more difficult. So let's just go ahead and stick this together with some more of that double stick tape like we did before, and I just tried to center it up as best I could, and then we'll put the back piece on, and that will be our third box. I had already made the purple one to figure out how it went, but I just love having them in all different colors, and think of all the fun ways you could decorate this little house. So very cute. I had so much fun making these, and they'd be cute just to set out on your mantle as a decoration and have treats to give to somebody when they come over. And here I decided I needed a web on the purple house. I had left that off and wanted it there. So there's my 3 little houses. If you love this house as a treat box, you should definitely check out my episode 1 video. I will link that below. It was a green Halloween card with a sucker holder made with this house, and you can see a picture of it coming up right here, and pretty easy to figure out, but another way to use this fun, versatile die set. All right, so if you would like any information on the products I use, they are linked for you below. And make sure, if you're new here, to subscribe to my channel. I have new videos every week, and I would love to share them with you. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous Halloween and happy stamping. Bye.